not gonna tell you everything I know. Why? I don't even need. I may tell you everything if I know. If I needed you to tell me. If I needed you to tell me something, but I don't. I don't need you.
All right, Keith, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
You prefer to be called Keith or Anthony?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter? Okay, Keith. Oh. Sit right here. Well, I'm Detective Shirley, okay? And I don't know if you know why you're down here or not. But before we talk or go any further, I do want to advise you of your rights, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have the right to consult with an attorney and have an attorney present during question. If you cannot afford an attorney, one can be provided to you before questioning at no cost. Do you understand these rights that I've just told you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, do you wish to speak to us now about why you're here?
I would like to. Actually, I would really like to call my wife to let her know where I'm at.
Okay. Before we do that, you're more than welcome to call your wife, but I'd like to go ahead and start talking about this, and then I'll let you call your wife whoever you want to, okay?
Okay.
All right. Like I asked you, do you know why you're down here?
They said something about a murder.
A murder? Do you have any idea what murder they're talking about?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay. Well, your name has come up in a murder investigation that I've been working about a lady over on Stensonville Road. Are you familiar?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you know Brett? You know Brett?
Yes, I
Brett
know.
Kelly?
I know Brett, yes, I do.
Okay. Now, how do you know Brett Kelly?
I used to work with him at 5-Star Nissan.
5-Star Nissan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long ago was that?
Once about April, May, yeah.
April or May? Okay. Well, I'm not gonna cut any corners with you or anything or sit here. I'm not here to bullshit with you, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we've already talked to all of them. Do you know where they're at? Do you know where Brett's at and the other two girls?
Oh, the two girls.
Yeah. Do you know where Brett's at? How about that?
No.
Brett's in jail. Brett's in jail for murder. So is the other girl, Tracy. She's in jail for murder.
You know Tracy, right?
You know Tracy.
No, I don't know Tracy.
You don't know Tracy at all. You've never been over to an apartment over on Houston Road.
Yeah, I've been to him, but I've never seen a Tracy.
Okay. Did you see an older, maybe in her 30s, black-haired lady?
No. Anytime that me and Brett ever talk, he was always outside.
Always outside?
Yeah. Mostly just sit outside and talk, smoke cigarettes or something.
You know his sister, Courtney?
No.
You don't know Courtney?
I didn't know. We never talked about his family, so I never knew he had a sister.
Okay. Well, they have stated your involvement in this murder, okay? And that you were there with the murder, during the murder of this lady, over this elderly lady or older lady in her late 50s over on Stensonville Road. Does that ring a bell?
No, sir.
It does not ring a bell.
No, sir.
Because I need you to keep in mind, okay? You've been picked out, all right? You have been picked out of a photo lineup. So keep that in mind. I can put you there, all right? And you're looking at murder and probably later on some other charges. So we've already talked to them. And if you don't want to talk to us, that's fine, all right? But, you know, what they say and putting your involvement in it without us getting your side of the story does not look good for you. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, if I might want to hear your side of the story because you may be able to clear up some things.
Okay.
So, you want to tell me your side of the story, Keith?
That's fine. When did this murder supposed to take place?
Okay. Well, I'd like to hear what you've got to say first.
Well, last time I talked to Brett was probably last week sometime. Came over to his house, smoked a cigarette. He told me he quit his job. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna try to go back up there and try to get, your position because I have experience. So we talked about that. He said that he was leaving the country or something like that. And I was like, well, I wish you the best. Because like I said, I have a DUI. I just got off of superior probation. I'm on state for DUI, and I just caught another DUI like almost 2 weeks ago now. Mm-hmm. So I have bills I have to pay and fines. Other than that, I've just been probably looking at jobs on the internet and sitting at the house. Mm-hmm. My wife works on base, so with no license, I really can't go nowhere. That's all I really do on a day-to-day basis. When my wife comes home, we talk about our days, what we did. Sometimes we go out to eat. Most of the time we sit at the house and watch movies. Just spend time with each other.
Well, what about this conversation with Brett last week?
Did he make an offer to you?
I'm sorry?
Did he make an offer to you, more or less?
No.
He asked for your help doing anything?
No.
Because keep in mind, whether you wear gloves or not, everybody still leaves DNA behind on the scene, okay?
Okay.
All right, keep that in mind. So, I mean, if you were there, Keith, if you were there.
I know if.
Yeah, I mean, we know, okay, that you were there. I already know that. I can put you in the house and everything else. I put you there at the scene with the woman, with Brett. We already know, and we're going to know more. Like I said, I've given you the opportunity to come here tonight and tell your side of the story. All right? So, I mean, you want to just go on and just...
What'd you get sucked into?
I'm sorry?
What'd you get pulled into last Friday?
I didn't get pulled in anything. I was at home Friday.
You were at home Friday?
Yes.
All day Friday?
Yes.
Okay. You didn't leave and go anywhere?
I believe me and my wife went somewhere.
Well,
went out to eat.
Where at?
Friday or Saturday. I know we went to Joe's Crab Shack this past weekend.
When? Saturday, Sunday, Friday? It hasn't been that many days ago, man. You can remember.
Saturday, I want to say.
You went Saturday? What'd you do Friday?
Take us through your day Friday. From the time you got up.
Well, what time did you get up Friday?
Usually it depends on what time I go to sleep. Most times I usually wake up probably...
Not most times. Friday.
Friday. This next one.
It's a couple days ago.
I don't actually look at my watch to see what time.
All right, what time do you think you got up Friday, bro?
Maybe 10, 30, 11.
10 o'clock. Okay. What happened after that?
Brush my teeth, straighten up the house, stay at home all day and watch TV.
Okay. Didn't go anywhere. How about if I told you that you spent the night at someone else's house Thursday and you were there at that apartment Friday morning? See, I already know these things, Keith. We already know.
Okay.
Right?
Where I spend the night at then?
Okay. At the apartments. We already know that. I've already got people that put you there, man. I mean, you can come here and you can try and bullshit us. All right? But we've already done talked to all these people. We already know. The only thing you're doing is digging yourself in a deeper hole. You're making it worse on yourself. As opposed to coming here and saying, this is what happened. All right? I got involved in some bad shit that went down. I didn't know it was going to go this far, and things got out of hand. I don't know. You have to tell me. All right? I wasn't there. You and Brett were there. All right? So you may need, and trust me, you probably want to clear up some shit. All right? So now do you want to stop the line and start being honest with us, Keith?
I have no reason to lie.
Okay. Who was at the house with you Friday?
It was me by myself. Nobody stays with us.
Nobody stays with you?
No.
Okay. Now, who was there Thursday night at your house with you?
Thursday night? Nobody was at our house Thursday night.
Just you and your wife?
Just me and my wife.
Okay, Thursday night. Y'all went to bed together?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And she's gonna verify that?
Yes.
Okay, all right. What's your wife's name?
Shanice. S-H-A-N-E-S-E.
S-H-A-N what?
S-H-A-N-E-S-E.
E-S-E?
Yes.
Last name?
Dozier. D-O-Z-I-E-R.
What is her telephone number?
Yes, 478. Yes, sir.
What time does your wife wake up in the mornings?
My wife wakes up, just be at work myself. So she wakes up, I want to say 6.
6 o'clock in the morning?
About 6, 5:36.
5:36. So she woke up 5:30, 6 o'clock Friday morning?
Yes.
Okay. And you were there in the house?
Yes.
In the bed, she's gonna verify that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So 5:30, 6 o'clock Friday morning, you're at home, and your residence is where?
315
Okay.
Laurel Woods Drive.
Laurel Woods Drive. Okay, just want to verify. Now I'm talking about this past Friday now, right? The 5th of October. That's correct.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna check on that. See, we've been talking to some people, Keith, and we've got information, all right, and information on you. And why are people saying, and including Brett and the others, that you were there at that apartment on Houston Road, all right, Friday morning? All right, including Thursday night. And then you and Tracy and Brett drove over to this lady's neighborhood. You and Brett got out of the car, and then she walked up to a house where y'all followed her inside. Now, why would they be bringing you in that if you didn't have nothing to do with it?
Honestly, detective, I want to know. You have to ask them. Me and Brett have we never had any disagreements.
Mm-hmm.
No, we've never argued. Like I said, we didn't talk that often either.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we occasionally, you know what I'm saying, I occasionally talked to them to see if they were still hiring at the dealership, but that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's really all.
And you said the last time you talked to Brett was when?
Last week sometime.
Last week is sometime when?
Maybe like Monday, Tuesday.
All right. So you're saying you wasn't there?
No, sir, I wasn't there.
Okay. And you're gonna stick with that?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you'd be willing to take a polygraph?
That's no problem.
That's no problem at all. You would?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That you were not there at the crime, and you did not participate in killing this woman?
That's correct.
Okay. And when you talked to Brett, would you talk to him on the phone or in person or what?
I talked to him in person.
Where at?
At the apartment.
At the apartments?
Yes.
Okay. How'd you get over there?
I actually drove.
Okay. Where'd you drive? Sorry. Where'd you drive?
The 2005 Honda.
Is that, whose car is that?
It's my car.
Thought you told me you didn't have a car.
No, I said I don't have a license to drive a car.
Oh, okay. 2005 Honda.
Yes, sir.
What color is it?
It's silver.
Silver. Okay. Well, Keith, why are all these people trying to put you in it, involve you in this when you weren't involved in it?
I honestly don't know, sir. Okay. Like I said, I have enough going on to add on to it with murder.
Right.
I said I have my wife. I have our problems, life's problems to deal with. Like I said, I'm a convicted felon.
What are you convicted felon on?
Commercial burglary.
Okay.
So it's hard enough to me to get a job anywhere. I don't. And honestly, with that whole situation, it was young and just influenced by my peers. I mean, I take responsibility. Yeah, I did it. You know what I'm saying? With the burglaries, and it messed me up. I can't get no job in retail. I don't have any type of construction experience. So the only thing I've done is pretty much with temp services in fast food restaurants. And fortunately, me and my wife was blessed enough to be able to purchase a home. Like I said,
on her income.
On her income. Like I said, she works on base. And it's bad. It kind of looks bad on me that, you know, I'm not able to provide for my household. So, you know, I try to get out there and fill out applications and talk to people and socialize with people to get my foot in the door. So it's enough on my plate. Along with our relationship problems, like me and my wife, we've been separated before. We've only been married a year and a half. And so I said, I'm not trying to do anything to get put away for however long and end up losing my wife.
Well, like I said, Keith, I'm giving you a chance to come down here and talk to you, hear your side of the story, but I mean, we have evidence that you were there. Okay. And
I don't understand. If y'all have evidence, what's the purpose of talking to me?
we've talked to all of them. Okay, that's what we do. Okay, we just don't. You have to understand something, Keith. We just don't go out here and take a warrant out for someone's arrest and then just take them and throw them into the jail. Okay, we're detectives. We investigate things, and even though, you know, I might have your fingerprints at a crime scene, right? You know what I'm saying? And I know that you did it, right? Because you got your fingerprints there, and they're not supposed to be there. Let's say for a commercial burglary, for example, right? Let's say maybe an air conditioning unit was pushed in to gain entry through a window, and your fingerprints on the air conditioning unit, all right? And then I get your fingerprints inside this business all over it. You may have even cut yourself, and I get your blood. So I can prove all this in a court of law by physical evidence. But when I bring you down here, I still afford you the opportunity to tell me what happened, okay? And that way, when I go to court, when I talk to the DAs, I can sit here and say, well, you know, he did do it, but then, you know, Keith came in and he's like, look, you know, I didn't want to do it, this, that, and the other. I feel bad for what I've done. I'm not saying you do, I don't know. Look, I've had a long drug problem, and I just let the drugs get the best of me. And, you know, I needed money, so I felt like there was no other way. But, you know, I didn't want to do it, but I broke into this business and I stole some items and take them and go pawn. Do you see what I'm saying? And now, how do you think that looks, okay, on someone when it goes to court, as opposed to when they say, well, Detective Shirley, when you brought Keith down, you know, how'd he act? He sat right there and he denied everything, and he said he knew nothing about it. And then they're like, oh, so he's one of those. You see what I'm saying? You know, so he must not really care. He must be just cold-blooded, don't give a damn about nothing or nobody but himself. And the jury hears that, and they're like, shit. You see what I'm saying? As opposed to saying, well, you know, he done wrong, but he's showing some remorse for it. I mean, do you get what I'm saying, Keith?
Yes, sir, I understand.
You know, I mean, that's why you come down here and, you know, we give you the opportunity, put it on the table. But you may have a co-defendant that's with you, right? And then I bring him and I put him in that same chair, and he says, yeah, look, you know, we went in and robbed the place. We went into the store down here on Mercer, and we robbed the place. I thought it was just going to be a robbery, but, you know, I didn't have nothing to do with, you know, shooting the guy, right? You know, that was old boy over here. I didn't know he was going to shoot him.
But you're still guilty.
You're
Either way.
Yeah, but you have to understand something. Now, you're still guilty, right? But what you may partook into the robbery, but you may not be actually the trigger puller. Do you see what I'm saying? You know what
But you're
looks like?
still an accessory though, because
You're still an accessory. But then I bring you down here and say, look, you know, homeboys done said all this about you, this, that, and the other, and you sit there and go, no. You know, I'm not the one that shot the guy. He's the one that shot the guy. You see what I'm saying? So then, we got to hash it out. You know, we try to afford people the opportunity, you know, because some people come here, they sit in that same chair and they say, yeah, I was there, but they try to put all this other stuff on the other person. That the other person did this, and the other person did that, and the other person did this. I was there, but I didn't partake in none of that other stuff. I'm admitting my guilt here, but I didn't do none of this other. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All right? And that's why you're here. I was trying to figure out, you know, maybe you could shed some light on some stuff. Make sure ain't somebody throwing all the blame on Keith. Okay? Now, you know, you can still sit here if you want to, Keith, and say, I don't know nothing about it. All right? I don't know what you're talking about. That's fine and dandy. And you get up and you go down to the LEC. And then when I tell you, the law enforcement center, the jail, okay? Then when I get with the district attorney's office and they'll prosecute the case, I'm gonna say, yeah, we got all this and we got this, that, and the other. Well, what did Keith say? Shit, Keith sat right there in that chair and was like, I don't know what you're talking about. You see what I'm saying? And they gonna, because this was not just a robbery, this was not just a shooting, this was a heinous crime. This is where someone lost their life. And it was very bad, okay? It was a 58-year-old woman, all right, that did nothing but work every day of her life, that had kids, okay, a son, and had 2 small grandchildren, left behind a sister that loved her very much, and some neighbors that she was very close to and loved her, all right? That's what happened there. And it was not fair what happened. So, I mean, if you want to sit here and play that role, brother, you go right ahead, my man. Good luck to you.
Are we allowed to smoke in here?
No, sir. No, sir. You can't smoke in the building. I'll give you a few more minutes. Huh?
When will I be able to call my wife?
When will you be able to call your wife?
Yes, sir.
I'll let you know.
All right.
All right, bro. All right, check this out. Talk to Shanice. Okay? She didn't see you Friday morning, bro. Alright? Let me show you something else. Who's this person right here?
That's me.
That's you. That's a photo lineup. Alright? Circle you picked out. Not only that, I got you on video at the banks with them. I'm just letting you know that now. Okay? You want a cigarette?
Yeah, what banks?
You know what banks you're at, man. I'm not giving up everything. I've already given you enough right now, Keith, to show you what I've got on you, bro. Okay? I know it's got, look, hey, money, man, makes people do all kind of crazy things. The gig's up, but now's your time. Sit here and tell us what happened, man. All we need to know is what happened in the house.
Before I say anything, I would really like to speak to my wife, please.
Before you say anything, you want to speak to your wife?
That's all I was asking. Still gotta talk to my wife.
How do you feel about that, sir, Carmichael? What I need you to do is, before I give you a little bit, I need you to give me a little bit, okay? Do you think that's fair enough? Give me a little bit and I'll give you a little bit. How about that?
Okay.
All right? You were there with Brett on Stinsonville Road Friday morning, correct?
I was with Brett at the banks.
Okay.
Brett called me and asked me to open an account. I told him I have an account open already. I have an account with USAA and I have an account with Wells Fargo.
Mm-hmm. You have an account?
Yes. Well,
You opened up these accounts?
no, I didn't open any accounts.
Okay. Who opened up the accounts?
Brett opened up an account while we was at the bank. He asked me to open up an account. And I was like, I asked him, what's this involving?
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, just trust me, I need you to open an account for me. Just trust me, trust me, trust me. But he was just like, then when he opened his accounts, he was just like, never mind.
Keith, man. God damn, dude. I got you at the house, man. I got you there. I have you at the house, Keith. Maybe you didn't know why you were going there. I don't know, but I've got you at that house. All right, man? I've got you there. I know you were there. You were there, weren't you, Keith? You were at the house.
I said, I really speak to my wife, please. I'm not asking a lot from you gentlemen. I just asked that I talk to my wife.
It's not true. It might be a good idea. You don't think it will? I mean, the only thing you've given me is that you were at the banks. And the only reason that you're saying that is because we just sat right here and told you that I've got you at the banks. Okay?
Give us something that we haven't told you about already.
Something.
I got a phone right here.
Yeah. You can call her right after that.
And I went and talked to Brett. Brett did come at me with an offer.
What was the offer?
He was like, he asked me to meet him. He asked me to meet him. He said that, he said he was gonna give me like $5,000. And I asked him what it was about. He said he didn't want to say it over the phone.
So you going to meet with him?
So I went and met with him. He told me that there was some lady, pretty much he just told me that we was just gonna be babysitting all day.
Okay.
And I was like, that don't, it sounds easy, but nothing's ever easy.
Agree with you on that.
He's like, well, I got it all planned out. I was like, nothing ever goes according to plan. So I was like, I need to know, what is it that you actually want me to do? And he's like, I just need you to come in here, have my back, and just watch this lady all day.
Okay. All right.
So can I talk to my wife, please?
All right. And you did go? Okay. Right? You went along with him?
I told him I would get back to him on it.
Okay.
And then I got sidetracked with a whole bunch of other stuff with my wife. Me and her just went to a meeting last week as far as like whether we wanted to get a divorce or actually work it out. So I'm able to use the phone now.
Well,
I said I agreed to the polygraph test. Whatever y'all need me to do. I just asked that I talk to my wife.
I told you could talk to her. But I just need more, man. You're giving a little bit and then you're backing out. You know? I gotta have a little bit more than that, bro. You know? I'm willing to let you talk to your wife. But the only thing you talked about is just a conversation.
That's what you asked me to do. You asked me to give you a little bit. I asked to talk to my wife.
Let him talk to his wife. For a couple minutes. Alright? What are you gonna tell her? Bye.
Let her know where I'm at, what's going on.
She knows where you're at. She knows what's going on.
Okay, I'll let you hear that from her.
She think it's a bad idea.
You have to use the speakerphone.
Yeah.
The handset don't work.
Now,
You're using privacy.
Hey, Shanice. Have you talked to the police?
They just called me.
What did they say?
Asked me all these questions and Gail said I don't believe I think you're lying. And so, he just started yelling and cussing at me.
He was cursing at you.
Yes.
Well, I'm on their phone. They don't have no cord to headset, so I'm on speakerphone. But like I said, I told them that I didn't have anything to do with it. They told me something where they can place me there and everything. I told them that they asked me what I did. They asked me what I did Thursday, and he was talking about something. You didn't see me Friday morning.
I told myself the car in the garage and I left to go to work. And I was like, a lot of times to go there in the other side, in the other bedroom, because you don't want to wake me up. That's what I told them, which is true.
I don't understand. Like I said, they want me to do a polygraph test. I told them I would do it. Just gotta hang tough in there with me, Shanice. I know, baby.
My stomach hurts. You know, I can't do it. So there's another week about it. When I got there, they said you just left, and I said it was like you murdered him. I was like, how is it possible?
They said what now?
Because when I had got there to the house, they said you had just left. And I was like, oh, we just came to pick me up. And I was like, what for? And I was like, he was accused of murder. I was like, who was this? I was like, have you been with me? I don't understand what's going on right now.
That's what I told them. They'll ask me what I did Thursday and Friday, and I told them I don't do anything. You know, I be at the house. I told them I told him I can't really drive because I don't have license, and I told him that I did drive to go see Brett about, you know what I'm saying, what he asked me. You know what I'm saying? He asked me to meet him for a job, and I said I just conversated him about that, and then they told me some well, they got me on the cameras in the banks, and I was like, well, yeah, Brett said that he was gonna give me like $5,000 if I just opened up an account. But I was like, I don't know. I was like, I need to know everything that you know what I'm saying, what is it that you're involved in before I go put myself in it. So I was like, and I told him, I was like, I already have an account open anyway. And then, but I told him that he was like, never mind, because he had went ahead and opened an account, and he figured I was good enough. And so they asked me what I did Friday and Thursday night and Friday and everything, and I told him that, you know, I don't do anything. I just sit at the house and fill out applications, and then when you get home, all we do is just, you know what I'm saying, try to spend time together, and we watch movies. Like I said, they told me, well, if that's your story and you're sticking to it, I was like, yeah, that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
That's what I told him. That's what I don't understand what's really going on right now. And how they say that you focus on.
Like I told him, I was like, I have enough stuff on my plate, you know, with probation and trying to be able to find a job. Hell, I won't be able to do anything if, you know what I'm saying, if they try to convict me of murder.
I just pray they let you go. And they say that they don't see that you was there and that you didn't do it. I said, I don't understand how you did this on me that house.
Exactly. I love you too, baby.
Just let me know what's going on, because I'm freaking out right now.
I know.
I don't understand how they just don't see one. That's just bugging the shit out of me. I don't understand how they just see one. I'm so scared. I don't understand how they just take someone in and do anything.
Like I said, all we gotta do is just stick to the truth, baby. That's all.
Of course.
Alright, baby. The detectives are in here, so I just have to try to call you whenever I can. Alright. I love you. Bye.
Fair enough, Keith. Fair enough. Okay. You want to continue on?
That's fine.
Okay. All right.
So let's go back to the conversation between you and Brett.
Okay.
You said you didn't give an answer right away.
That's correct.
Okay. So where did it go from there?
Mind if I start from the beginning?
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Alright. I called Brett, and, you know, I'm asking him about, you know, what kind of jobs, you know what I'm saying, do you know any place that's hiring, or if dealership is hiring. And he was like, well, you know, I don't know. But he's like, but I just quit my job, so they might have a position open. So I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying, I don't have nothing, so I used to work there, maybe they'll give me another shot, you know what I'm saying, put me in a different department. And he was like, all right, man, well, I'll call you back. So he calls me back, probably like maybe a few hours later, and he asked me to come meet with him. And I was like, you know, I don't have no license or anything like that, and why can't you just tell me over the phone? He's like, no, you gotta hear this in person. I don't want to talk about it on the phone. So I drive to Macon, to an apartment, and I knock on the door. He steps out. We start talking. He's like, I got a job for you. And I was like, what kind of job are you talking about? He's like, I need you to come with me so we can just pretty much just watch this lady. And I was like, okay, what are we watching her for? He's like, just don't worry about it. There's a whole lot more behind this, a lot to explain. He's like, I just need you to sit there and watch me. I'll pay you $5,000. You just walk away from it all. I was like, I don't know. It don't sound right. I think there's more to it that you're not telling me.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, that's all I can tell you right now. And I was like, okay, well, I have to think about it. My wife doesn't condone stuff. My wife doesn't have a record.
I can sound. She sounds like it. Yeah, I mean, she sounds like she's a nice person. Okay.
And so I don't tell her about it.
I understand.
So then I was like I said, I told him I would get back to him about it. I never called him back. He calls me Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. He calls me Saturday, asked me to meet him at his apartment. So I'm like, all right, I'll be there in a little bit. So I go to his apartment, ask him what's up. He's like, I need you to do me a favor. And I was like, what? What's up? He's like, I need you to open an account. And I was like, for what? I already have, you know what I'm saying? I have 2 accounts already. And he's like, just open the account. I'll put $5,000 in for you. And then, you know what I'm saying? That's it. I was like, so you just want me to open the account so you can put $5,000 in there? And I was like, I haven't even done anything. Why are you just going to give me $5,000? And so he's like, he tells me that he's like, no, we're transferring money. And I was like, what kind of money are you talking about? He's like, we're talking about a lot of fucking money. And I'm like, how much is a lot of money? He's like, I think he said like 800 something thousand. And I was like, I don't know how you're gonna do that without nobody noticing. Cause as far as I know about banks, I know if you transfer like more than $10,000, a flag goes up, something like that. So I've heard.
They have a tendency of looking at, a large amount of money, like 800 grand. Yeah, okay.
So I'm like, I told him, I was like, if you talking about putting money like that in my account, they're gonna ask questions, it's gonna raise suspicion. And I told him, I was like, I'm not trying to attract no type of attention to me. I said, I just caught a DUI. So there's no telling what's gonna happen when I go see my probation this Friday. So I told him, I was like, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
He was like,
So why were you at the bank?
while I was at the bank,
Yeah.
he asked me to meet him. He was like,
Was that where y'all met? Which
Yeah.
bank was that?
Bank of America. Bank of America. And he was with some girl. She was driving.
What she look like?
Kind of pale. Then she has a tattoo on her left arm.
Mm-hmm.
And she was driving, and like I said, the whole time that I was trying to ask him, like, what's all this, you know what I'm saying, where's all the account come? He's like, you know what I'm saying, just follow me, you know what I'm saying, I'll explain to you when we get to the bank. Before, I made the decision of what I want to do or not. And after I told him I couldn't do it, he was like, all right, don't tell nobody. And I was like, all right, that's cool, I got you. Until now, where murder is being thrown in my face.
It's not being thrown in your face, Keith. I told you I've got people that are putting you there. Okay? Now, I'm
Leaving out a big part of the story.
Yeah, Keith. You're bouncing all around, man.
We can see it, all right? We do this every day,
Yeah.
okay? It's in there, and you don't want to tell it, all right? We know you went with him to the house. That is a fact. That's not a guess. It's not a theory. It's a fact. Now, you had no idea how far this shit was going to go, did you? No, none whatsoever. right?
If you're saying that I had no idea how far I was going to go as in for me being there, then no, I cannot tell you that.
Keith,
We got witnesses.
that's not even debatable.
Yeah.
Okay? We don't just sign a murder warrant on somebody without having evidence against them.
I mean,
Okay.
you actually can arrest somebody
No.
for
No, bro.
a signed statement.
You have to have a signed statement.
We got way more than a signed statement.
Yes. Let me tell you, that neighborhood over there, there's houses. Keep this in mind. There are houses all up and down. All right? All over the place. People are up in the morning times, getting ready for work, everything else.
You're trying to negotiate your way out of being at the crime scene, but you can't do that.
Can't.
We know you were there. How much involvement you had is what we're asking you. What happened inside that house that day? How did it go down?
I had no involvement except for what I've told you already.
You want to look like a monster in court, don't you? Because that's what you're going to look like. You're going to look like a monster in court. You're going to look like a monster in court. That is what you're going to look like, Keith. Because the way you're sitting here right now, it shows no emotion. I don't feel sorry for what I've done. Now, what do you think a jury? Look at me, man. When a jury looks at you, and what do you think they're going to think? Okay, showed no emotion whatsoever about the death of the woman. None whatsoever. 58-year-old grandmother. None. Cold-hearted fucking psychopath that killed her. That's what they're going to think. I see it every day. Are you? I'll accept that. Tell me, say, I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck about her being dead or anything like that. I'm going with that. I'll get up and I'll walk out of here all day. Is that you or not? I don't know you. Tell me.
No, I'm not that person.
All right. Well, then you need to start explaining some shit, man. Okay? Because right now, this is what you're looking like. You're looking like a cold-blooded killer that don't give a damn.
Detectives. What's your name?
Detective Shirley.
Shirley?
Carmichael.
Carmichael. Detective Shirley. Detective Carmichael. My heart goes out to this elderly lady's family. But I can't sit here and argue with something that I wasn't involved in. The most involvement I had was with the accountants, in which I already denied him that. I guess he figured because he told me part of it, they might as well throw me in the mix. I don't know what their intentions was. I don't know what they're thinking. I just know what I've done, and that was sit at home and stay with my wife.
You were not there in that house.
No, sir, I wasn't.
At all.
At all.
So your DNA, right,
My DNA.
will not be there.
No, sir.
None whatsoever. And keep in mind, I don't give a damn if you had gloves on or not.
Okay.
All right? But it's not going to be there. All right. You want to take that route, man. You want to go down. Everybody else came in here.
Oh, they tried to do the same thing you're doing. Tried to minimize their involvement. That's all you're doing. And if that's a way of making yourself feel better about it, I don't know.
Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
You saw what Brett did?
You saw?
So what?
You saw? You know? I don't have to tell you. I don't have to explain it. Man, you were there. You know.
I don't know, so I do need you to explain it.
No.
Detective Shirley.
We've already done went over this. You know what you done. I don't have to explain it to you, man. You were there. Cold-blooded. That's what the jury's gonna say. Cold-blooded killer. You cold-blooded kid.
No, sir, I'm not. By far.
Well, you looking like it, man.
Because I'm not giving you the reaction that you expect. Because
Well, I didn't ask for a reaction, Keith. I just asked for you to explain. I didn't ask for a reaction. Just want to explain to me what happened out there.
I'm not gonna make up no story to you, detective.
Well, you met with Brett Saturday, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What did Brett tell you?
Brett asked me to open an account for him.
Outside the accounts, we already went down that path. I need to fork over. I know Brett didn't meet with you and not. I mean, Brett told you about the murder then?
No, Brett did not tell me about any murder.
Okay. I'm up. Point, you've been charged with murder. You're going to be transported to the Bibb County LEC.
Sit tight, buddy.
May I get something to drink, please?
Hold on.
Hey, baby. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I told them that I didn't have no involvement with it. And they just said, well, we're charging you with murder. They're going to take me to the LEC. I have no idea where that's at. But like I said, we just got to stick to our story, Shanice. We know the truth. I told them I was at home with you. They don't believe me. They keep saying, we know you're there and all this other stuff. So, I guess we're going to have to try to get a lawyer, baby.
And where are you at now?
I'm in Macon at the police department.
And what's this civil from LEC?
The LEC is the jail.
That's where you at?
No, that's where they're going to send me.
So what's up with this from here?
Say what?
What's up with this from here?
Try to get a lawyer, or I guess a court-appointed lawyer, since we don't have the money.
It's too late, man.
Huh?
It's too late.
I mean, that's all I can do. I have to get a lawyer. I didn't murder anybody.
So what am I supposed to do, man? What you want to do?
First, I need you to stay strong, okay?
I'm trying. My stomach's not helping because, you know, my stomach started hurting. I started cramping. I get nauseous.
I understand.
You know, being away from you is not going to help things.
I know. If anything, it'll just make us stronger.
So what do you want me to do?
Like I said, I want you to stay strong for us. And then I want you to look into trying to get a lawyer. Either a paid attorney or a court-appointed lawyer. Stay strong, baby.
I feel so nauseous. I don't know what to say. What to do, man.
Like I said, we just have to stick with what we know. I'm at the house all day. All I do is, you know what I'm saying, just fill out applications. And then it's me and you all day after you get off of work.
So when will I hear from you?
Huh?
When will I be able to hear from you?
When will you be able to hear from me? If not tonight, hopefully tomorrow.
You can call me.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna call you, baby.
I won't have to put pictures on.
I don't know.
Well, call me whenever it's your time and get better for me.
All right, baby.
My house will call me more.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too, baby.
Daddy,
Yes, baby.
when you coming home?
Unless we prove these detectives and the jury or whatever it is otherwise, I honestly don't know. Hopefully it'll be soon, baby. Baby, stay strong. If you need help, call Pastor Robinson's wife, okay?
How you doing, bud?
I'm doing alright.
Are you on the phone?
Yeah, I'm talking to my wife.
You can get off the phone just for a second to let her know you'll call her right back.
Alright, I'm gonna call you back, baby. Alright.
I'm sorry, Chapman. The only reason why I'm in here right now, they came to me and reported that they had spoke with you and that you're maintaining that you weren't even there, okay? I asked for the opportunity to come in and talk to you. You know, it's their case. You know, they had to report certain things to me. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody does things they regret, okay? It's important to me that everybody has an opportunity to tell their side of the story, okay? Only way I sleep good and I feel good is to make sure you understand that this is an opportunity for you to explain it, okay? And when we're done talking, I can feel good, like I'm convinced you understand. Either you're going to leave it this way or put it that way. What I want you to understand is this is very serious, okay? They've explained to you that a woman was killed, correct? Let me let you in on a little secret. I'm not here to lie to you. You may not like the things that I tell you, but when I walk out, you won't be able to say that Joker was running game, okay? We may not be friends when this conversation's over. It is what it is, okay? But what you're not going to say is chatting a lie to me, okay? Our jobs are important to us. You understand? We feed our families on our jobs. And we feel like we can truly make a difference out here. You know what I'm saying? But back to, this is how we feed our families, okay? You understand that officers are held to a higher standard than even general public. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Somebody makes a mistake at Frito-Lay, or Georgia Power, they may get rode up. Worst case scenario, they may get fired and look for another job. Officers make certain mistakes. They go to jail. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You know, when we sign a warrant for somebody's arrest, it means that we can show and document, and we feel confident that we can prove in a court of law that you committed that crime. You know, a lot of people come in here with this mindset that, oh, I'm not going to say nothing because we don't know what, they may not know nothing. Sir, we didn't come to your house today and ask for you to come, did we?
Well, y'all kind of did ask me, then made me. So.
Okay. Were you handcuffed?
Yes, sir.
Were you arrested?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Were you advised that you had a warrant for your arrest?
After they came to my house. Yes.
Okay. So before they brought you into this room, you were told you had a warrant for your arrest, correct? Mm-hmm. And they told you that warrant was for murder, right?
Yes, sir.
So understand this. Nobody needs you to say anything. You're missing the opportunity here. if we've already signed a warrant, that means we can prove our case. We're not asking you, sir, to help us build a case. Our case is already made. I'm only having this talk with you because this is a very serious crime. You're not dumb to the fact. Murder is a strong sentence, okay? It is what it is. You know, you watch NCIS and stuff like that at home, right? Law and Order, okay? I mean, it's very serious. And I like to give everybody an opportunity because let me explain to you what we do as officers. But if we don't decide your fate in this case, we're merely secretaries that type this shit down and give it to the people that do. Okay? It's a district attorney's office, a judge, and a jury that's going to decide your fate. Now, when they're looking, after we're done with everything, sir, we're going to type it up. And our case is going to show. We can prove that a woman was killed, that a woman was sexually assaulted before she was killed. And guess what she wasn't? She wasn't there to buy dope or to kill nobody when she got killed. This ain't a drug deal gone bad. This ain't a gang versus gang. This is a 58-year-old woman in her home getting ready to go to work. And we can prove that you and Brett were there with her for several hours. And we can prove that she was sexually assaulted and that she was murdered. I don't need you to say nothing, sir. I can prove every bit of that right now. Even if we can prove it, like I said, we're secretaries. It's not right to document one person's half of the story without giving the other person the same opportunity. You understand? Yes. Okay, because Brett sat in your chair like this, acting stupid and hard, and then he was laying on the floor crying and praying to God, talking about the things that y'all did to that woman. You understand? No matter how much I don't like Brett, I'm going to have to document that he felt bad about what he did. He cried. Anything I hold out, I stand to get in trouble for. It's criminal. If I withhold information, it's criminal. So I'm going to have to document on his behalf that he felt bad about what he had done. Okay? And the people that decide his fate in this case, okay, is he the kind of person that doesn't give a shit about what he's done? Is he the kind of person that doesn't care? That's a person, if I was in those shoes and I was looking at that, man, I'm scared of that guy. Do you want the people that decide your fate in this case to be scared of you? No, you don't. And let me explain to you about that, okay? I don't believe that you did. See, there's certain things that I know about Brett and talking to his friends and talking to his own family. I know he's got a problem. Okay? I know he's got a problem with sex. I already know that. But this is the problem. When he gave his statement, he didn't say, I was the only one. Okay? That raped that woman. He said, we were there, and he said, I did this. He didn't say, my homeboy didn't do none of that. He was just sitting there. Okay? Now, the only good situation is I hadn't talked to all your homeboys yet and your family to find out if you got a problem with sex. You understand? I'm going to give you an opportunity to explain. I truly believe that this was about money. And those detectives explained to me that you were honest about that part. That you did agree to open an account for Brett, correct? I don't believe that you meant for that fool to do the things that he did, but let me explain something to you. If me and you are riding down the road in a car and we're like this, sir, you're driving. I say, pull up over here at this bank. And you say, hey, Scott, you gotta get some money. Yeah, I gotta get some money real quick. Right? if I go in that bank and I rob that son of a bitch and I come running back out and I jump in your fucking car and say, go. You say, Scott, what the fuck are you doing? Go, go! And you haul ass. Right? Well, what's every bank got around? Of course, there's cameras and everything. You know, they're going to have your tag. They're going to have all that shit. And what have I just done? I done got you in a world of fucking shit. When the police show up at your door, sir, we have an arrest for you for bank robbery. You drove the getaway car. Do you want to be dumb enough to tell the police, sir, I wasn't even there. I was on a beach in Savannah somewhere? Or would you be smart to say, look, man, yeah, I was there, but I didn't know that motherfucker was going to rob that fucking bank. Because you know what? If I can prove that you were there when that bank got robbed, if I can prove that you were sitting there, outdoor, I got your fucking picture sitting there in front of the bank. If I can prove you were there, and then you tell me I was in Savannah, well then I can only assume that you were a part of that fucking robbery, that you knew he was going to rob, or otherwise why would you fucking lie about it? I've already explained to you, so I don't need you to say nothing. Because I already know you were where a woman was killed. Now, Brett came in here and he talked about the different things. How he put the pillow over her fucking head and it didn't work. Told everything. You understand? See, I'm not going to tell you everything I know. Let me explain to you why. When I document to the people who do decide your fate in this case, I don't only document what you said, I document the circumstances around it. Like such as, did he only become honest once he knew everything I knew? Because anybody can tell the truth then. You might as well tell me to kiss your ass and walk out of here now. Because if you tell me the truth then, it ain't gonna make a shit. I don't need you to admit that you were there for me to send you to prison. You understand? That's easy. I've got enough. We wouldn't have signed a warrant for your arrest, okay, if we didn't feel confident you were there, okay? And we can prove that while you were there, a woman was killed, okay? But this is your opportunity to explain that maybe you didn't realize what the fuck Brett was finna do. Because I'm going to be honest with you. It's just like that bank scenario. If you say you wasn't there, you didn't have no part in it, then me and anybody else who reads my report when I'm done is going to only assume he must have raped her too, or he must have helped kill her. He wasn't just sitting there like, oh fuck, what's this motherfucker doing? Because it could have been a situation that it was just about the money to you. Okay? It could have just been about the money. And now you're scared to death at what this dumb motherfucker's done to you. Okay? If that's the case, then you need to explain it. Don't say you was on a beach in Savannah when I can prove you were driving a getaway car outside the bank when I went inside to rob it. You see what I'm saying? Is what I'm saying making sense?
Yes, sir.
I just want to give you an opportunity to tell your side. I don't need you to. This is only for you to explain your side of the story. I don't need you to say nothing. You can tell me to kiss your ass. And then I feel good. Because tonight, me and the other two guys that were here, we're going to go eat pizza. And I'm going to pull up ESPN and see who won between Cincinnati and the Cardinals. You know what I'm saying? You follow baseball?
I'm football.
You like football?
Yes, sir.
Who's your team? Don't say Dallas. I'm going to get crazy up in here.
Not the Cowgirls. Not the Cowgirls.
Look, man. I'm not going to lie to you either. I'm going to tell you this straight up. I'm going to get your girlfriend down here. Your wife, excuse me. And when she lies to me and says you were home the whole time, I'm going to lock her ass up. I won't play any games about it. When you say, damn, Chapman acted like he was cool, okay, but then he going to go lock up my old lady, I ain't going to play no games about it. A woman was killed. Okay? I can prove you were there. I can prove you were there when she was raped. I can prove you were there when she was killed. How you tell a story where you were standing when she was raped and killed, I'm giving you an opportunity to tell it. If you choose not to tell it, buddy, that's on you. Because Brett sat right here with you sitting talking about God and everything else. I'm sorry. I mean, it was bad. But you know what? That's a piece of shit, dude. Let me tell you why. His ass sat there and didn't give a fuck about nothing. Didn't even care. Pretty much told my investigators to kiss his ass. Kick rocks. He showed no remorse until he realized. Till we brought lineups. Until we brought statements. Because he's got diarrhea of the mouth. That dumb motherfucker told people what he did. Until we brought that. Then he told the truth. And he told about everything. He told about him. He told about how his sister opened up several accounts and how she took off with the fucking money. That's why they had to stick around and get you to open up some more accounts so they could do it again on Tuesday. You see what I'm saying? He told everything. He even told on his sister. Told everything. But you know what? It didn't fucking matter. Because we had to come in here and tell him everything we knew before he did it. I didn't need him to say nothing. But now, when people are looking at that, they're going to go, only reason why that motherfucker's crying is because he knows he's God, not because he really gives a fuck. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care, man. I feel good about it. I can walk out right now because I feel like I've given you a chance. What happened? Were you standing there when she was raped? Because I don't... You're married, right?
Yes.
Brett's an old fool that's been sleeping with his best friend's mama. Did you know that? Yeah, that girl who dropped y'all off. Yeah, that's his best. You know how he met her? Hanging out with her son. He's fucking his homeboy's mama. He got a problem, man. Let me ask you a question. Are you that fucking sick? You fuck your homeboy's mama?
No, sir.
There ain't no fucking way I would. Man, I know you like to steal shit. It is what it is, man. Alright? I ain't got nothing in your past history that shows that you're this kind of person. That's why we're talking to you. If you want to leave it like this, I don't have a problem with it, buddy, because these shoulders are going to hold it. Not mine. It's your shoulders, man, that's going to hold it. You don't need your shoulders to hold that, man. You don't want to carry the weight of rape of a 58-year-old woman.
I've never raped anybody.
I believe you, but the problem is, if you don't tell it, then what are we supposed to think? If you lie about it, if you say I was in Savannah when I know you was outside the bank when I robbed the store, then fuck, man, you must have knew I was going to rob that store. You know what I'm saying? What happened, man? When did it get out of control? When? Tell me. Because even Tracy told us she don't know why Brett flipped like that. The goal was not to kill that woman. She said that. Do you want to make it look like you and Brett decided to do that on y'all's own or on his own? Huh? Tell me, man. It's all right. Let it out, man. Come in. Let it out, buddy. I know this is hard, man. You got a wife at home, man. But man, trust me when I tell you, you gotta start thinking about family. You gotta think about your wife. You gotta think, man, you don't want your wife to even think some shit like that, dude. You don't want your wife's family to look at her and go, what the fuck kind of monster is he? You don't want your own family to think. If it was about money and you going through hard times and you were doing this to give your wife a better life because you needed the money, then buddy, you better start explaining that. You understand? Tell me, man. God, tell me. Let me go out here and tell them guys that, man, he ain't that monster. Let me tell them, man. Huh? What happened, man? Tell me. What made him flip like that? Were you standing there watching when he was raping her? Where were you at? Let me be able to say, he said he was in the living room or the kitchen. Were you there, right there, when he did that? Where were you at? Tell me, man. I already know you were in the house. Don't let it go down. You know I got a warrant for your arrest. Don't let it go down like this. Where were you at in the house? Tell me, man. Tell me, man. Come here. I know this is hard, man. Tell me, man. Look at me. Look at me right now. I'm not going to sit in here all night. I felt like I've given you an opportunity to tell it. If you want your shoulders to carry that, that's fine. You know what? You're a strong man, but ain't nobody that strong, buddy. Where were you at when he was raping her? If you saw it, then you can say, Chapman, that motherfucker started doing some crazy shit. I already know where the motherfucker threw the gun. I know he had the gun. And it would make sense to me if me and you are going to do some dumb shit, right? And then all of a sudden you got a gun, you start doing some crazy shit. I ain't finna buck you. You got a fucking gun. You know what I'm saying? You do some shit that wasn't in the plan, fuck. Now I'm knee deep in some shit. Look at me, man. I'm about to walk out of here. Do you want me to go tell them that you're not that monster, that you want to tell your side? Okay? Because the only reason why I came out of here is because I wanted to make sure you were clear this was your opportunity to explain. Otherwise, buddy, the world's going to see rape, robbery, and murder. The only reason why I'm giving you this opportunity is because Tracy said out of her own mouth that wasn't the plan. I need to know if Tracy's a liar. If it was the plan for y'all to go over there and kill her, then she needs to be the fucking hold the weight of that too, buddy. If she put that plan to go kill her, she needs to be hold the weight of that too. But she says it wasn't. She said Brett went crazy after Brett made the woman give him oral sex, and so he felt like he had to kill her. Now, is that the truth? Because Brett says Tracy knew y'all were going to kill her. He tried to put it on Tracy. You see what I'm saying? But one thing about it, in everybody's statement, one thing stays the same. You were there. Another thing stays the same. The woman's dead. Another thing stays the same. She was raped. Hey, look at me. It all stays the same. No matter how many people tell a different story, those three factors will never change. You were there. She was raped. She was murdered. Now, is Tracy telling me the truth about y'all weren't supposed to kill her? Okay? Or is Brett telling me the truth when he said that y'all were supposed to kill her and that Tracy paid him for y'all to go over there and kill her? That's what Brett said. Tracy paid me $200,000. Look at me. Or is Tracy telling the truth? I need to know, did y'all both rape her? Or did Brett just rape her?
I didn't rape anybody.
Okay. You know, that's the only thing you keep saying.
I didn't rape anybody. I didn't kill anybody.
And this is the thing, man. Then you're going to have to start telling me what happened. Because you're not right now. I've already told you I can prove that you were there. Now, either you're going to tell me what Brett did, or me and everybody else is just going to assume that it ain't what Brett did. It's what you and Brett did. At the end of the day, I'm going to send my report in with everything I've got. And right now, I've got Brett saying the two of y'all went in there. I've got Tracy saying that she dropped y'all off and left the door unlocked for y'all to go in there. I know you were there. Okay? They were both interviewed hours apart. I didn't even catch them at the same time. So, it ain't like they could get their statements together. Okay? And then just listen to what I'm about to tell you. You if you did not know that Brett was going to kill her, you can tell me now. Don't make the mistake of lying to me and saying you weren't there. Because I got a warrant for your arrest, buddy. I know you were there. I'm not fixing to risk my job or my livelihood. We work cases every day. There'll be another case tomorrow. I'm not going to risk my job on this one. I've been doing this job for a long time. I need to know. Was the plan when y'all went there to kill her, like Tracy said it was? If you don't tell me nothing, like Brett said it was. I can only assume Brett's telling me the truth. Because why would you admit to killing somebody and all that unless you were going to be honest about everything? But see, Tracy swears up and down. Tracy swears up and down that the plan wasn't to kill her. That she thinks Brett just lost it. Now, at the end of the day, when they're reading everything, is you and Brett went in there. And before y'all left, that woman was raped and killed. You understand? Let me ask you this, because for some reason you're looking at me confused. And if you don't believe me, I'll just go ahead and leave and we're done. Do you not believe that I can prove you were there? Is that what the problem is here?
No, sir. That's not.
Hang on. Is that? I just need to know, because if you're struggling with that, then I just need to go ahead and leave, because, and it is what it is. These shoulders will carry that weight, and you'll fall. You're gonna fall. But just like I'm giving you an opportunity to tell it, I gave Tracy an opportunity. I need to know if she's telling the truth. Was it the intention for that woman to die before y'all got dropped off? Yes or no?
Tracy lied to you.
Tracy lied?
Brett lied to you.
So they both lied?
They both lied to you.
About what?
About me being there.
You are lying. I'm about to be done. You're lying. I can prove you were there. I've already put my career on it by signing a warrant. You understand? You're lying. Okay? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If that's how you want to leave it, say, Sergeant Chapman, I'm good with this. Say it. Look at me. I swear I can leave, and I'm good with that. I got no problems.
How am I lying?
Sir, you were there. This is the deal. I'm not going to tell you everything I know. Why? I don't even need... I may tell you everything if I needed you to tell me something. But I don't. I don't need you to tell me nothing. I've already told you. You can say, Chapman, get your ass out of here. I'm gone. And then we'll take you on to jail and serve the warrant. I got no problem with that. We can eliminate all this shit right now. You can just do that. But I always give everybody an opportunity, no matter how bad the crime is. And that's the only reason why I'm here. And I was hoping you could help me understand whether or not the plan was to kill this woman before or not. Either way, it doesn't matter. Because guess what? She's dead. She's dead. The only difference is whether I document whether you were part of the plan to kill her or whether or not Brett acted a fool. You've already admitted to opening accounts. I don't understand why this other part is so hard. Because, hang on.
Accounts.
You know what I'm saying. Going with them to the accounts at the banks. You knew that they were embezzling the money. The only way they could embezzle that money is if she was held hostage at her house. I already know you were there. You were part of that plan. So I don't understand why all this other was so difficult. The only way this is difficult for you to talk to me about, you should know I've got you on being there and being part of stealing the money. I've got you on that. You should know. Would you be here right now if I didn't have enough to prove that? No. You sure wouldn't. I can prove those things. Now, do you want me to document that you and Brett killed this woman? Or do you want me to document that your side of the story is something different? Because right now, I got Brett saying, y'all killed this woman. And I got Brett saying that y'all were there together, and he even described how he killed her. You understand? What I need to know is from you was whether you knew he was going to kill her when y'all went over there. It's yes or no, buddy. If you're not going to answer that question, just tell me to go and we're done. I'll document that I begged you to tell the truth, that I gave you every opportunity to tell the truth. I'll even do you a favor and say, because I ain't going to hide nothing. He even felt bad and cried about it. I'll do that for you because I don't believe that you meant for this woman to die. But I'm sorry. If I walk out of here and you leave it like that, then I don't have any other choice but to start thinking that maybe you did. Which one is it, man? Tell me. Or tell me to get the hell out so I can go eat pizza. Tell me, man, which one is it? Come on, man. Golly. Look at me. There's no getting out of that. You were there. Get that out of your head.
Why? Because they said I was there?
So let me explain something to you. I got them saying you were there. I got a number of things. I'm not going to tell you everything. Because
it shouldn't matter if
hang on. Let me explain this to you. No, let me tell you why it doesn't matter. Because if I show you everything I've got, then you start telling me, then I'll never know if Tracy told me the truth or Brett told me the truth or if you're just covering your ass. You see what I'm saying? Right now, I got no problems with sending it up as all three of y'all just killed this woman and that was the plan. But if that wasn't the plan, you can tell me that and then I'll know which one was telling the truth. I can already prove you were there when she was murdered. What you don't understand is if me and you plan to go rob a bank, if we plan it, if I walk in there during that robbery and you're standing outside guarding the door and I shoot somebody in there, okay, all right, and they die, your only plan was to rob the bank. I shot somebody that died. We both get charged with murder. We both get charged with murder. Now, when the people are deciding our fate in that case, okay, when you say, fuck you, I wasn't even at that bank. Oh, hell no, I'm scared of that motherfucker. I'm scared of him. When you say, man, I was on there, stood, I don't know why he shot that guy. But this guy was straight up. You know, he explained that he was on hard times. He really needed the money for his family. Bank robbery's wrong, but how do you want him to look at you, man? I don't give a shit no more. Got you. Murder. Right now. Is that how you want to go? Tell me, I'll go. You want me to go? I'm about done. I can sleep good tonight. It is what it is. Because you know what, man? I really didn't think you were that bad of a person. Okay?
I'm not that bad.
Well, then you need to start explaining to me and allow me to go to my supervisor and explain to him to have those two detectives come back in here because you want to tell your side of the story.
And I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay. Yeah, don't tell me again that you weren't there. That's a lie. I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave.
Times are hard. I do need money. That's why I consider letting Brett, you know what I'm saying, opening accounts and letting Brett transfer money. Because, you know what I'm saying, I don't want it to be like, you know, he told me this and then he felt like I'm just going to go back and snitch on after I get the money and then, or even come back after me.
Do you not believe that Brett's in jail? Have you not watched the fucking news? What? Do you not know that Brett's locked up right now?
The detectives told me.
Do you not believe it?
No.
Do I need to take you to a computer and let you look at the website, the News 13 WMS, and see that Brett and Tracy and Brett's sister are all in jail for murder right now? Do I not need to show you that? See, I done told you I don't need you to say nothing. You think you the first one we got? We didn't even know who you were until we got them arrested and they told us who you were. You think the white woman that you killed knew who you were? Do you think her neighbors knew who you were? Fuck no. You understand? They told us who you were. We knew that a black male was there. And we can prove that. Now we can prove that you were the black male that was there. through a number of different things. And I believe, what all those I'm about to be done with it, man, because I've given you I'm starting to look at you like you some kind of monster. Do you rape 58-year-old women? Then you need to start explaining to me what happened. Because at this point, as far as I'm concerned, you fucking 58-year-old women, and right before you killed them. You understand? If that's what happened, say, Chapman, get the hell out of here, because I don't want to be in here talking to you if that's what you did.
I didn't do that, sir.
Then you need to start explaining to me what the hell happened.
I told the detective, y'all give me a polygraph test. I didn't rape nobody. I didn't kill nobody.
Okay, but this is the problem. I may believe that. But the problem that I have is I know you were there. And you won't even admit that. How can I get a murder warrant signed for your arrest for a lady who's dead if I can't prove you were there? How is that even possible? How is that possible?
I don't know.
You know it ain't possible. What are we struggling over here? I'm starting to wonder, man. Do you doubt that I can't prove you were there? Say that, we're done talking. Say, I don't think you can prove it. And then when you standing before a judge during this girl's office, you're gonna go, holy shit. I got no problem with it. I told you I wasn't gonna lie to you. I told you up front I'm not gonna tell you everything. If I hadn't have told you that, and I came in here and run game on it, you'd be able to say, Chapman ran game. No, I told you up front I ain't telling you everything. Because if I tell you everything, you'll only admit because I told you.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But earlier when I was talking to you, I don't think you believed me when I told you that all these people had talked to me about you, right? Is that correct? I don't think you believe me, but I just wanted to show you this.
We were just talking about that.
Where are you?
Who is that? Holy shit. Look at that. Bond denied for trio accusing slaying of Macon woman. Now, guess what? She's charged with murder. She wasn't even there when the lady was killed. She was charged with murder because she was part of a crime. Just like when I said me and you rob a bank but I kill somebody, you get charged with murder too. The difference is this. People will always know that she wasn't there when they're deciding her fate in this case. She's charged with murder and she's guilty of murder. But when they're looking at what kind of a person she is, they'll always know she wasn't there. Okay? So your little picture's gonna go right. Oh shit, make it come back.
I'm sorry.
I hit the button, man. That's my bad. Your picture's gonna go right there beside it. And when they get my report, they're gonna go.
I'm getting any internet signal in here.
Either way,
You saw it, right?
hang on. They're gonna go, oh, he was there with him when that woman was raped and killed. Because I can prove it. I've already told you, I'm honest with you. The sister wasn't there when she was killed. Now, you were there.
So Tracy was there.
Tracy wasn't there. Tracy left. Tracy was there when y'all got there. Then Tracy left and went to work. While the sister was in Atlanta picking up passports. The sister wasn't there. Tracy's not his sister. Tracy's his buddy's mama that he's been fucking. It's a Lifetime movie, man. It's some shit, Lifetime movie shit. Older woman gets this younger kid she's putting that pussy to go do some dirty shit so she can get rich. Gets that motherfucker to commit murder. Some Lifetime shit. They'll write a movie about this shit one day.
And you know what? Isn't it awkward? Isn't it awkward? Okay? All three of these people have gotten to this story, and then they bring you into it, right? Did you get a passport? Did you get a passport?
No.
Oh, shit.
All three of them got passports. They were going to Canada.
Shit. Who the fuck was supposed to take the fall for this? I don't want to say it, Scott. You know I don't want to say it. Oh, shit.
I tell you what, go get a copy of the passport of old boy.
Yeah.
Go get it.
I'll show it to you. Remember, you give us a little, I give you a little.
I tell you what, I'm not like him. You ain't got to tell me a fucking thing but get the fuck out, because I'm pretty much done. You can say, Chapman, get the fuck out. Because I feel like I've tried. Okay? Let me tell you something. Each night I go to bed, I talk to my God. You believe in God?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Each night I go to bed and I talk to my God. And either I tell him things that I felt bad about that day that I could have done differently, or I say, thank you, Lord, for watching over me. And Lord, watch over me as I sleep and lead me down your path tomorrow. Okay, those are the two things. I either ask for forgiveness and say thank you for what you've done, or I just say thank you for what you've done. Okay? Tonight I'm going to say thank you for what you've done because I don't feel guilty. I've given you an opportunity. You understand? I feel good about it. It's up to you, man. This is the deal. You can tell your side of the story or not. Why? Do you want me to document that I had to sit here and beg you to tell it? That we had to continue to show you more stuff? Because we can, okay? But the only problem is when they're deciding your fate in this case, it's going to go, hell, he didn't admit to nothing until y'all told him everything y'all had. Chapman, sir. Just tell me to go. I can tell you having a hard time. I don't care.
No, that's not it. Like, if you sat here and told me everything, and then if it were, I had to tell you everything that I knew, I wouldn't try to say anything to cover my ass. Y'all can give me a polygraph to prove that.
Okay, let me explain something to you. I've already told you this ain't let's make a deal. Look at me. I don't care if you talk or not. I don't have to give you anything. I'm not gonna give you anything. The only reason why I'm giving you this little bit is only because I feel bad for you. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. The only reason why I feel a little bit bad for you is only because Tracy said it wasn't the plan. And she told me she got a phone call from Brett while y'all were over there saying that he made the woman give him oral sex. Well, what she said was, he said, I made her suck my dick. I think I'm gonna have to kill her. And then he got a phone call from her saying, I tried to put the pillow over her head and she wouldn't die. And she said, I don't want to hear no more, and hung up. So that leads me to believe that maybe Brett was the crazy one. But you know what? The people who decide your fate in this case, it don't fucking matter. If you can't tell it that way like Tracy, and you lie about being there, and as far as they're concerned, you were holding her down while he raped her. You understand? Were you holding her down? Show me how you held her arms while Brett put that thing to her. Show me, did you hold her arms while Brett put that thing to her?
No.
Well, then you better tell me something else, because I'm about to be done. I just got to go, man. You understand? Look at me. I got a wife just like you do. All right? I'm only here to give you an opportunity, man. I told them, I said, dude, it don't make no sense. Tracy admitted to the embezzlement and all that. There shouldn't have been no reason to kill that woman. I don't understand why that would be part of the plan. That's the only reason that made me believe her. But yet, so the only way that could be true is that Brett went off the chain, just did some dumb shit. But with you, not...
You know him better than I do.
Okay. But with you, acting like you weren't even there. Buddy, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go with Brett. Because the motherfucker sat here and cried and told it all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, tell me what it is, buddy. I just want you to tell me. If you don't, I don't mind leaving. Look at me. You don't owe me nothing, man. I don't mind leaving. This is for you, buddy. This is all for you. This is it. If you don't want it, say, fuck it, I don't want it. Because, man, I'm going to be honest, I'm getting sick at my stomach, dude. I see pictures of this woman that was raped. A 58-year-old woman was raped, a grandmother, and killed so people could put money in their pockets. Now either...
That's not me.
Well then, why you keep denying that you were there? If that's what I don't understand. It don't make no sense. I've already told you. I've given you more information that I wanted to prove to you that I know you were there. I can prove that. Now this is my thing. Did you answer this question? Did you know that Brett was going to rape her before y'all went there? Yes or no? Yes or no? No, you didn't. And I believe you. What did you think when you saw him messing with her sexually?
I didn't see him mess with anybody.
You didn't? Were you in another room?
I wasn't there.
That's all, buddy. Have a good one, okay? If you decide, whatever, I'm done. All right? You good with that? I just gotta feel like I've done everything. Are you good? Are we done here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, buddy.
Hey, baby. Hello?
Yes.
They try to make it seem like I was there. They keep talking about they can prove it, but the only thing I see is that the girl that they called some girl named Tracy and Brett was saying I was there. That's all I keep hearing is that they said I was there.
Where is there? And what time is it supposed to be happening?
That's the thing. I don't know. They said it was some. I think they said it was like Friday morning. Some Stinsonville Road, something like that. Somethingville Road in Macon. I don't even go to Macon. Now they try to make it seem like well, we're gonna put in our reports that you know saying you didn't show any emotion, you didn't show any remorse, you know saying that you're just a cold-blooded psychopathic killer and you rape and kill 58-year-old grandmothers and stuff. I was like y'all can make it seem like that all y'all want. I know that I did not do that. I didn't rape nobody and I don't kill nobody. I look too good to rape people. Like, it's just, like I said, it's just ridiculous. And they keep telling us, well, we'll tell you everything, but we don't want to tell you everything because then you can admit to it and then you're going to try to say stuff to cover your ass. And I was like, y'all can tell me everything and I'm not going to admit anything and I'm not going to say anything to cover my ass. Y'all can still give me the polygraph test. And then they're talking about they're talking about something that you're lying for me and all this other stuff. And I said, we know we didn't. I told him that that Brett called me and asked me to do it, but he wasn't giving me everything. So I told him I would give him, I'll give him my answer later. And then he called me back a few days later and asked me to come open an account at the bank. But like I said, I didn't even do that. I said I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing to do with this. And that's exactly what I'm gonna stick to that story. Matter of fact, it's not even a story. I'm gonna stick to the truth. Like I said, me and you both know where I was at, and that's all that matters. So what now? I said that's why we have to. Well, that's why we're gonna have to get a lawyer or something.
Able to even get up and talk and feel better because right now I just feel sick to my stomach.
I understand, baby.
I hate this happening.
Huh?
I just hate this happening.
Me too, baby.
I'm trying my best, right?
Like I said, we just gotta stick to the truth, baby.
Well, we are. It's just getting them to believe us because of the reason why.
I know. It's gonna take some time. I'm sorry, baby. Shanice. You know I love you, right?
I love you too.
Stay strong for us, babe. Hold it down for us out there. I'm gonna hold it down for me. I'm gonna hold down for us. Okay.
I tell you what. Hey ma'am, how are you? Listen to me, sweetheart. I got an investigator about to come pick you up, okay? You say this man was with you. I'm willing to give you an opportunity to give that statement, okay? And if you want to provide a statement saying that your husband was with you, I'll document it for you on his behalf, okay? Okay? Alright, so we've got your address, and somebody will be there in about 20 minutes, okay?
What does a statement do, sir?
Okay, I'll explain all that when you get down here. That means you're going to give a statement on your husband's behalf saying that he was with you. Okay? Okay? Okay?
That my husband on this roof.
Say again? Say again?
I'm at my mother's.
Okay, what's your mother's address? Because, ma'am, if your husband was with you, it's only right that you provide a statement on his behalf.
Okay.
Okay, so what's your mother's address?
03.
Huh? Where's that at?
It's off House and Lake.
Awesome. Somebody will be there in 20 minutes, okay, baby?
Okay.
Alright, let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I told you, I may not tell you everything, but I'm gonna tell you what I do tell you can take to the bank. Okay? When our ass gets here, I'm gonna let her give me a statement. And as far as I'm concerned, if you can't even be honest about being there, then as far as I'm concerned, you raped and murdered a 58-year-old woman. I'm just being honest with you. Look at me, man. Look, and if she's willing to come down here and lie for you, I'm gonna lock her ass up. The second she gives me a statement, I'll tell you what I'll do. Do this one nice thing. I'm not just gonna lock her up. When she lies, I'm gonna say, ma'am, you lied. When she says, oh, how can you know I lied? Like they always do. How you know I lied? How you know I lied? But just kind of like how you doing, wanting us to tell you what we know. I'm gonna say, ma'am, this is the video of him on his motorcycle driving into her apartment complex Friday morning. Okay? This is the video of him in her car when they're driving out to drive to that old lady's house right before they killed her. Because right there on the clubhouse by the pool is a camera that catches the cars coming in and out. And I'm going to say, ma'am, how was he with you? Because he's on a motorcycle pulling in at this time. Then he's in this car right here going out. Your ass, and then I'm going to say, that's why you're going to jail for felony false statements. I'm trying to tell you, man, look at me. I don't want to lock your wife up. But when she lies to me, I will. If you make me document the lies she tells me, then I will. But the law, there's no way I can go to my boss and say that I allowed a man that I know was involved in a murder to get his wife down here to lie on his behalf, and I didn't lock her ass up if I could prove she was lying. So, how bad do you want your wife to come give that statement? How bad? Look at me, man. This is me and you keeping it real. I got a wife at home too, and I ain't always done everything right. You understand? But my dirt is my dirt. It ain't my wife's dirt. How bad do you want me to send somebody out there to pick her up? Sir?
Can you give me 10 minutes?
To do what? Let me tell you what. I'm not going to lie to you. Look at me. You're being recorded.
I know.
Okay, I know you're not stupid. That's why you're real careful about what you say on the phone. Okay? And it's very clear. Anybody who watches this recording is going to see you going, hey, baby, got to stick to our story. Oh, it's not even a story. It's the truth. Hey, baby, this is what I told them. I told them this, this, and this. We just got to stick to that. Hey, baby, after I get done showing the jury lineups that you've been picked out of. How you sat here and told me you was at with your wife all day long, and I got you on camera riding into that apartment complex on your motorcycle, going out in car to go, and then as a result of you being with them and going to this woman's house, she ends up brutally raped and murdered. Okay? And then when I ask you to say, you say, I was with my wife all day. Really? Because Officer Chapman locked up your wife for lying, for felony false statements. And then she was on the news with the other people involved in this murder case. Okay, all I'm telling you is this. Look at me, man. I know this is tough. I don't believe you,
Okay,
man.
give me 10 minutes, all right? That's all I'm asking for is 10 minutes and another cigarette. Okay?
You want a cigarette? Listen, there's no need for you getting aggressive with me, buddy. I didn't kill nobody.
I
Just like you
understand
did.
that. I completely understand that.
And I don't believe you did either.
Look, I love my wife more than anything. More than myself.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna fuck up my wife's life. Just give me 10 minutes. Not even that much.
What are you for? Can you tell me for what? Because, I mean, if you need 10 minutes, that's fine. But let me tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to give you 10 minutes to call your wife to tell her what to come down here and say.
No, that's not it. Y'all already listening to everything I'm saying.
I understand.
Okay, so it's not like y'all not gonna know. Right? So can I just please call her?
Yes. Yeah. Listen.
Come on. Come on, son.
It's all right, okay? It's okay. It's okay, buddy.
Baby. Don't worry about it. I have to be a man and stand up for what I did. They had the cameras of me riding in on the bike and leaving. And I'm pretty sure they got everything else. Alright. I have to tell them the truth.
What happened to me?
Huh?
What time that happened?
Baby, they can hear our phone calls. Alright. They can hear me talking. They can hear what you're saying. Baby, this phone is tapped. It's the police. It's the detective phone. It's the detective's phone. Like they're not going to listen to everything that we're saying. All right. I fucked up because I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be the man of the house. I wanted to try to get us to, you know what I'm saying, get us where we wanted to be, but I went about it the wrong way. And I don't want to mess up your life. I gotta be straight up.
Like, where do you go from here?
Huh?
Like, where do you go from here?
Where do I go or where do we go?
We.
Shanice, if you want to hold it down and still be married to me, then I know that you're down. You know what I'm saying? I know you're there for me no matter what. But if you want to move on with your life, I can understand that too.
What's gonna happen?
I don't know what's going to happen, baby. I can tell you now, they're not gonna give me a slap on the wrist. I know. I messed up. And I'm sorry that I put you through this.
All I can say is I don't know nothing, so I can't judge anything. How do you feel?
So what?
How do you feel?
I love you too, baby.
Just what do you want me to do?
No, I want you to hold it down for us. You know what I'm saying? I want to still be your husband. But I understand that that's not possible because of what I did and what I put you through. Yeah, I'll talk to you in a little bit, baby. I love you too. Y'all have a menthol cigarette?
You know what, brother? I'll be honest with you, I sure don't. If I did, I sure would give it to you. I know these are probably
Van
right.
smokes menthols, but he's not even here right
No, he's
now.
not.
There's nobody here smokes menthol?
Just Van. He'll be back in a minute.
If you want another one, I can give you another and you can break the filter off. How about that?
I need something with menthol.
Oh, I'd get it for you, man, but we don't have nobody down here.
All right.
Okay.
Y'all not gonna interrupt me, are y'all?
We'll let you talk. After you're done, at some point, I'd like an opportunity to ask you some questions.
All thing I want to tell you, Keith, is I just need you to start from the extreme very beginning, and then let's go all the way through this thing, okay?
And remember, this is your opportunity to take your side. It's not fair for us to have Tracy's and his side, not yours.
Ready? Go ahead and start, brother.
Brett called me. He said that he had a job for us. I said, what kind of job? He's like, how much? No. He said that we have to sit and watch this lady. He's like, I'll pay you. And, I'll pay you, and after that, I'm leaving the country. And I was like, what is it that you're doing that's so bad that you have to leave the country? So, that's pretty much all he told me at that point in time. I can't tell you exactly when he called me. I don't remember. The most I can tell you is that it was probably like a week prior. finally meet up with Brett. Brett asked me, how much do you want? I said, well, if you're just gonna sit there and watch a lady, I want 5,000. That's all we're gonna do is just sit there and watch her. And he was like, all right, done. But he still wasn't.
I apologize. Sorry.
I was like, I'll do it, you know what I'm saying, for 5,000. And then a couple days went by. I just kept sitting there and I pondered on it. I told him, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this unless you tell me everything that's going on. Like, what is it that's so bad that you have to leave the country? He says, Tracy works for some bank or some shit like that where they transfer money. I was like, okay. He's like, what she's gonna do is she's gonna pretty much like take money and transfer to different accounts. And I was like, okay, how much are you getting? He's like, well, how much do you think I'm getting? 50,000. Higher. 100,000. Higher. 300,000. Higher. I was like, shit, fuck it, I don't know. He's like, try $1.2 million. And I'm like, okay, if you're talking about doing that, then I want it to be split evenly. Since all of us are playing a part in it.
Fair enough.
So we meet up. You know what I'm saying? He tells me what we're gonna do. He's like, there's no way it's gonna fail. If we do exactly what we're supposed to, there's no way. There's no way that it's gonna fail.
We're here with you, Kate. Alright.
I'm not here. Y'all get to go home to your families.
I know, buddy. I told you this was tough. I knew it, man. I knew you weren't like them, man.
You gotta get it off your chest, buddy. Okay?
I didn't just do this for me.
I know.
That's what we want to hear. We want to understand. And that's why I wanted you to give you the opportunity, buddy, to tell why, you know?
Like I said, it's just so hard to get a job. I don't have the money. We don't have the money to move. I was gonna take the money. I was gonna go to the Philippines. 300-something thousand in the Philippines is like millions.
Right.
I could start over.
That's right. That's right.
I could get my son back.
I know you had reasons, okay?
I get to Brett's house Thursday night. I stayed there all night. Up all night. Do a break, get some sleep. And leave Friday morning. At first we couldn't find the house. They found it, didn't know how to get in because they have a driveway. So, parked around the corner from my house. Tracy said she was gonna go up there, make sure that she's home, tell her that she broke down or she was in the neighborhood or some shit, to get her letter in the house. Then she was gonna text us and let us know when the door was open. We went in. I went down the hallway to make sure nobody else was there. Gave Brett to go ahead. Brett went in there, he grabbed her. And, you know what I'm saying, he put a gun to her face and told her not to say anything, don't scream or nothing. Then Tracy walked out. I've never done this before. Brett knew everything. He got duct tape. He tied her up. She was so scared. She was shaking so bad. I thought she was gonna die from a heart attack or a stroke or something. And she was like, what do y'all want? You know, I don't have much, I'll give you what y'all want. I was behind her. I just kept rubbing her shoulders like, I'm sorry, this had to be you. Just kept saying, please don't let him kill me. And I was like, I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try. Brett didn't say anything about killing anybody. Nobody said anything about killing anybody.
Okay. Alright. So Tracy was telling the truth then.
Okay. So we just, you know what I'm saying? I untied her. Because she was just sitting there and she was shaking. I untied her. And I was like, she's not gonna go nowhere. You got a gun. Hell, you already scared her half to death already. I untied her. I knew she was in shock because she was just shaking. She was just staring off in the distance. And I was like, I had got her some water. It's like, here, you know what I'm saying, just drink the water, you know what I'm saying, just breathe, try to calm down, you know what I'm saying, it'll all be over soon. Like I said, we was waiting for Tracy to transfer all the money out. And so, I'm walking back and forth, you know what I'm saying, from the windows, making sure nobody comes. And Brett comes to me, he's like, bro, don't come in the room. And I was like, why? He's like, just don't come in the room, just give me like 5 minutes. I was like, okay. And then, about 5, maybe 10 minutes go by. He comes back out, he's like, alright, it's cool. And I see her coming out the bathroom and she's shaking. worse than when we got there. And I was like, "Are you alright?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And she's just drinking her water. And I was like, "What happened?" She's like, "Nothing." And so Brett would get a phone call. And you know what I'm saying, he'll turn on the water in the bathroom, and then he'll go into the other room and he'll talk. And then, you know, I'll watch her, and then I'll walk back there. I'm like, "What's going on?" And he's talking to someone. He's like, "I might have to kill her." And I'm like, "Kill who? For what?" And he's like, "Bro, I made her suck my dick." And I was like, why would you do something that stupid? I'm like, I'm like, either way it goes, we're fucked. Because if we leave and she calls the police and she tells them what you did, they're gonna pump her stomach and they're gonna connect it back to you. Because he said he busted her mouth and he made her swallow. I was like, it's gonna come back to you. And he's like, well, we gotta kill her. I was like, shit, even if you kill her, they still gonna find you. He's talking about, he's like, no, I talked to my mom, and you know what I'm saying, she said the stomach acids are gonna eat it all up, and I was like, that shit don't sound right. One thing, like, you know, after you die, everything stops working. So, Bert's like, you think we should let her go? And I was like, hell, check her license. If she says anything, or if you even think that she says anything, you're probably gonna come back and kill her anyway. I was like, and then he went in there. He's like, can we trust you not to say anything after we leave? She's like, no, I'm not gonna say anything. I'll sit here however long you want me to, and I won't move. Threatened to kill her grandchildren. Then we went in the other room. He was like, bro, I don't believe it. I'm gonna kill her. And I was like, he's like, you down with me? I was like, I can't have nobody's blood on my hands. I was like, I can't do that. He was like, oh, all right then. He's like, I'm not gonna make you do it. He's like, you've been with me this long, so. So he's like, just stay and watch. Left out the room. Minutes go by. And then I hear a bunch of wrestling around. I could hear her screaming. You promise. You promise. You promise. About 5 minutes go by. He comes running out the room. He's rummaging through the kitchen. I look in the room and she's snoring, like she's been knocked out. And I was like, what'd you do to her? He's like, I tried to suffocate her, but it seems like she just, like she's asleep. And then he comes back with a trash bag. I couldn't watch it. About another 5 minutes go by. She just laid out on the bed. And he goes in the bathroom, he's looking for something, and he goes in the kitchen. And he starts spraying Clorox everywhere. Then he calls somebody. He's like, the bitch is dead. And it's probably like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm like, how the fuck are we gonna get out of here? Cause I'm not trying to be here all day with a dead lady in the back room. So he's like, we had to drive her car. I was like, I'm not driving the car. I was like, we probably in an all-white neighborhood, and these people know her. What would it look like a black person in her car? So he gets in the car. He's like, he's looking for the garage clicker. The garage clicker doesn't work, so I open the garage door. He pulls out. I close the garage door and I go out the front door. He picks me up and drive off. And then he parks the car at some church off of Houston Road. And then he tosses the keys. And then I'm thinking that, you know, they got all the money, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna, you know what I'm saying, give me my split, and then they're gonna leave, and then I'm gonna try to make some things happen so I can leave. But his sister ends up getting pulled over coming back from Atlanta. So she's not able to make it back in time for the banks. And so I meet back up with Brett later on that night. And me, him, Tracy go in the bathroom, we all talk. So I never knew what his sister looked like. He told me he had one, but I didn't never see her. I didn't know what she looked like. And then we talk about, you know what I'm saying, about going to the bank Saturday morning. Saturday morning. So I know banks are open, they close early. And I went back over to Brett's house Saturday morning. He tells me that his sister is gone. You know what I'm saying? All her stuff is gone, her passport's gone. So he said it was like $800,000, like $850,000. And they had like $250,000 left or something like that. And that was the money that was put into Brett's account, I think. And he wasn't gonna be able to withdraw it until Tuesday when the bank's open. So all day Saturday, he went to BB&T and Bank of America and opened accounts so the money could be put into. That way he can pull it out. He never got a chance to. Brett was supposed to go withdraw the money out Tuesday. Well, Tracy was at work and they was doing something with the rounding numbers or account numbers, and he was supposed to withdraw the money Tuesday, but then he calls me and he tells me to meet up with him at Steak and Shake. And then he tells me that we talk for a second, and then I leave so I can go. I leave, you know what I'm saying, to switch, you know what I'm saying, because I had somebody else, you know what I'm saying, drop me off there. And then so he's like, no, we need to get a car so that, you know, we can go withdraw the money. And so I got picked back up and I was finna go get my car. But then he calls me and tells me that he's on the way to the Macon Police Department to answer some questions or something like that. And that was the last I heard of him.
That's everything.
That's everything.
But I just want to tell you, I know that was hard. Okay, and you told us a lot of what we already knew. You were able to answer questions for us. None of us wanted to look at you like you were the kind of person that went over there with the intent of killing some innocent woman. But let me tell you, if you would have left it like it was,
It looked that way.
how bad would that have looked? You see what I'm saying? I came in here because I wanted you to know how this was your opportunity to tell it, and now you told it. Don't feel like... What I want you to understand is I was very truthful when I told you we could prove you were there. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want you to carry the weight of the shoulders of what people were going to think that you did, that you may not have been a part of. You understand? And what I mean by that was that it wasn't your intentions when you got there. Okay? I appreciate your honesty. Alright? But you do understand you made some pretty serious statements there. You know what I'm saying?
I'll ask you a question, Keith. Keith, I just want to ask you a question.
I need something bit on it.
Okay, I'm sorry, buddy. Trust me, if I could, I would.
I didn't kill her.
I
didn't rape her.
Keith,
I swear I did.
Keith, I know you didn't, buddy. I know you didn't. Trust. Look at me. If I've never believed anyone, looking at your eyes right now, I believe you. Okay, I believe you. And we don't say that very often in this room, do we? But I think that with the both of us sitting here, as many interviews as we've done, I think the both of us can agree.
I feel pretty confident that he just told the whole truth.
I
I didn't know that they were.
I know.
I understand. Okay, I know. All right.
I know. Let it out, buddy. Let it out, okay? I'm gonna step right here. I'm my wife real quick and kind of see there at home, but I'll be right back.
I'm sorry, Keith, that you got this happened.
I can't blame anybody but myself.
I know. I understand that. At least you're being a man about it. It was awful cold when I walked into that house. Because we discovered Gail's body. Her name was Gail Spencer. We discovered her body about 3 o'clock in the morning. The thermostat was turned all the way down to 59 degrees. Did you guys turn the thermostat down? Did Brett or you or something to try to keep?
Brett turned it down.
He
He
did.
said it was hot as hell to do. I gave her a jacket because she was cold.
Huh? Do what now?
I gave her a jacket because she was cold. I even turned the air off, but he turned it back on.
What about the clothes that were thrown out the closet? What was up with that?
Brett threw the clothes out the closet. and tied her up and put her in there.
Had her sit down. Did y'all leave her in there for a while, or?
That's when we were gonna leave.
Okay. But then he changed his mind?
Then he changed his mind, and he was like, we can't leave her, she's gonna tell. And I was like, nah, I don't think she's gonna say anything.
What about all that paperwork scattered everywhere?
He was rummaging through all her shit.
Just going through it? Going through, tell me about this pistol.
Brett had it was all black. I don't know what kind of gun it was.
Well, we found a pistol at the scene that was in the bathroom.
The little 22?
Yeah.
That was hers.
Hers? Okay. Where was that at originally?
And
So all that I see maybe at home.
It was in what?
it was in one of the drawers, I believe.
One of the drawers. So the only reason all that paperwork and all the stuff, the files and everything were thrown everywhere was just because Brett was just rummaging through her shit. So he wasn't even looking for nothing.
Nothing in particular, just whatever you can find.
And just throwing shit around everywhere.
Was there anything that he actually found though? Like for instance, there was some peel bottles that were in the floor that all the stuff was gone out of.
Brett, she had some oxycodone pills that Brett took, and he said he was gonna sell them.
Okay.
Anything else? We noticed her credit cards on the floor.
I said Brett was just going through like I didn't want to leave her like that, you know, just traumatized and having to pick up the pieces of her life.
Let me ask you this. When y'all met back up with Tracy later, and Tracy knew she was dead, did Tracy, because you know it could have been, buddy, that it was the plan to kill her all along and they just didn't tell you. Did Tracy act like she was mad that the woman was killed, or did she act like she knew that that woman was going to be killed?
Like I said, Brett went in the room and he was on the phone a lot, so more than likely he was probably talking to Tracy. I believe Tracy knew.
What was her, like, when y'all spent time with, because after you met back up with Tracy several times after the murder occurred, you know what I'm saying? Did you ever hear Tracy saying, why did you do that, or nothing like that? No, she never did. Did she act like she loved Brett and was kind of lovey-huggy on him and stuff like that? Or
Did she
She was just more concerned about the money.
she was more concerned about the money?
Right. Did you ever hear him laughing about what had happened?
No.
No.
All Brett just kept saying, made the bitch give me head, and I blew in her mouth.
When did that conversation take place? Afterwards, when y'all were back at the apartment? Okay, so he just was like, he didn't show any emotion or remorse over it.
The only thing that he cried once while I was there, and that was because he didn't have the money, and that he told his mom that he was gonna pay off his bike because it's in her name, and that he doesn't want to mess up her credit or anything like that.
You had said earlier he had that conversation with his mom at the house about sperm in the stomach and everything else. Did he tell his mother that what had happened?
Yeah, he told me that his mom knew everything.
That his mama knew about the murder? He told you that?
That's what he told me. Well, he told me that his mom knew everything.
Now, I know this is tough. I'm gonna have to get some details because, like I said, I'm trying to patch holes in their statements. Okay. You described that when he told you that he was gonna kill her, that he said, "All right, I'm not gonna make you kill her with me. Just go watch out." Okay. You described 2 different time periods. You said he was in there for about 10 minutes and everything was kind of quiet. Then you said that there was another 5 minutes on top of that 10 minutes where you heard her like fighting and struggling.
No, the first 10 minutes, it was like, within the first 10 minutes, it was quiet. And then I heard her screaming. I heard her screaming talking about, "You promised.
You promised.
And that lasted about 5 minutes. Is that what you're saying?
No, that lasted within the 10 minutes.
Within the 10 minutes.
And then he came out.
She was snoring.
And she was snoring.
He went and got
a trash bag. And then he was back in there for like another 5 minutes and then was quiet.
Do you think he raped her during that time? Did he ever say that he had sex with her?
No, all he told me is that he got a blowjob from her.
That there was a dildo that was used.
Vibrator on the floor.
Oh, that was in her drawer.
That was
in the drawer.
Yeah, like I said, he rummaged through. He threw everything out.
Okay. Was during this time frame, 10 minutes and 5 minutes here, when she was screaming, "You promised," and everything, and then when you got the trash bag and went back in there, where were you located in the house?
I was in the living room, sitting on the seat next to the table.
On the couch?
No, the couch was right here, and then she had a single seated chair.
Okay.
I was sitting in this chair.
The single seated chair. Was the bedroom door, was her bedroom door open or closed?
It was closed.
It was closed. Okay.
Well, no. It might have been open because there's another door right there.
Right.
Okay.
So I don't know if it was open or closed. I know that door was closed though.
Did y'all ever sit on the couch?
No, just in that one chair.
Okay. All right. You said he used bleach.
Like Clorox cleanup, like I guess it's like
Right.
for like sanitation of the like countertops, like
Spray bottle.
yeah.
Okay, but now do you recall there was another jug of bleach that was sitting in there?
Brett took a shit.
He did.
Yeah, he took a shit in the bathroom in the hallway.
And
He cleaned it with bleach and it got clogged up. And he took the plunger with him.
took the plunger with him.
Yeah.
All right, and there was a towel that had bleach all over it. Is that what he used to clean the toilet with?
I don't know. I wasn't in the bathroom when he was cleaning it.
I understand. But he'd use that jug of Clorox to clean the inside of the toilet, I guess, or around the toilet or whatever.
Just,
Okay.
Let me know when I just got one question that I want to end the interview with once you're done.
Okay. Did he spray her body with the spray? Is that what he done?
yes.
Okay.
Did he take her clothes off to spray her body? And put her clothes back on her?
No.
How did he spray her body then? Just sprayed it over her clothes?
Yeah, just sprayed it over her clothes, all over the place.
You said that at one point after once the oral sex took place, that you would kind of like recall that you were like, well, what are you doing? And you asked her, remember, like, are you okay, when she was coming out of the bathroom? Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Was she dressed, fully dressed?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recall what she was wearing?
Black pants. Some black shoes. And I want to say like a blouse with red in it.
Okay. How did you guys, when you got in there, you got in the car and left, right? Okay. You took her keys. correct? Where were those set of keys at in the house?
I said mostly I sat there in the room and I watched her and tried to calm her down.
Part of the calming down process, did she ever drink or anything? Like some alcohol?
Like she wanted to get a drink of liquor or something to calm herself down, maybe?
No.
No.
Did anybody else drink?
Nobody else drink?
I don't know. I guess Brett was gonna drink. I guess he was gonna get drunk because that's it. After I was in the room where he went to rummaging through the whole house, and he brought back 2 bottles that was exactly alike. Some gin, or was it some rum? Bottle of Grey Goose. He is like,
I got you. I got are we at a point where I can ask this question?
Yes, you are.
Notice it's tough. You described where Brett told you he was going to kill her. You said, I don't want her blood on my hands. I can't do that. So he said, okay, I'm not going to make you do it. Just go watch out. And you said that you didn't want that blood on your hands. You were going to go just keep watch, right? Which tells me you knew that he was going to kill her. Which tells me when you heard her saying you promised, and I saw you, you felt just like you remember it like it was 5 minutes ago. You were like this going, you promised, you promised. You were saying out of your mouth what you heard that woman saying. She knew she was about to die. You knew Brett was trying to kill her.
I tried my best to talk him out of it.
I understand, but at any point in time, were you inclined to go back there and stop him?
Brett had the gun.
Brett had the gun. Because in this entire interview, up till now, have you ever heard him mention one time about Brett having the gun? It's other than when he said he stuck it in her face.
Stuck in her face.
Okay, so he stuck it in her face. Do you realize Brett allowed you to walk out of that room? You knew that he was going to kill her. You didn't even have to stay up there down the hall. You could have ran out and knocked on the neighbor's door. You could have said, I'm calling the police now. Ran out.
Hell.
You could have done a number of things to save that woman's life. But you chose to walk down the hall and be a lookout while he killed her. Now, we understand that you weren't the one who actually killed her. But you know, and you know what, that's got to feel like a big lift to get that off your shoulders. To say, okay, this is what I did. But you know, I told you the story about the bank, man. If me and you both decide to rob the bank, just because I'm the one that takes the money, we both robbed the bank. He said, I'm going to kill this woman. He says, you go look out. You went and looked out. There was a number of things that you could have done. There was 3 doors outside of her bedroom that you could have ran out of and screamed for help. Okay? But what you did was you sat there and looked out to make sure nobody came while he killed her. You did exactly what he told you to do. And then you say you were scared of Brett that he had a gun. Okay? So, and I believe you. Okay? When y'all left, where did he get rid of the gun?
As far as I know, he had kept it.
He had kept it. So listen now, you said you were scared of Brett, he had the gun, that he committed a murder that you didn't agree with, but yet you continued to hang out with him, continued to go over there, continued to go to banks to get paid. It don't sound like to me you were scared of Brett.
Brett knew where I stayed at.
I understand, hang on. But you chose to continue to be around a man that told you to look out for him while he killed somebody. And you made that choice. And then you rode out of there with him. I don't want you to say Officer Chapman lied to me at the end of the day. You're not a stupid man. I'm only telling you what it looks like. You understand? And you're a smart man. You know what it looks like. So my thing is this right here. Okay? I'm going to ask you in your opinion, how does this look, man? When people look at this and they see this, I just want your opinion because you're a smart guy. Are they going to think Brett killed this woman? Are they going to say that you and Brett killed this woman? Tell me what your opinion is. I'm not asking you what your heart's telling you. I'm asking you what your brain, common sense is telling you. What is it telling you? You're not a stupid guy.
It's gonna look like we killed him.
That's right. It's going to look like we, as in you and Brad. Because the truth of the matter is, man, you did make the conscious choice to stand there when you knew he was going in that hall. Which means it doesn't matter how people look at it's not the question. That's the way that it was. Y'all killed her. You stood there knowing he was going back there to kill that woman, and you looked out to make sure nobody came. And then you went with him to try to collect money on her death.
All that is correct, isn't it, Keith? Right? When you guys got a car, who drove the vehicle?
Brett did.
Brett did. Where'd you sit?
I sat in the back seat.
Okay. Now, did you guys take or remove anything from that vehicle?
I didn't move anything, but there was a car seat in the kitchen that wasn't there before.
So obviously, I mean, it wasn't there when you. Brett must have went out into the carport, the garage.
Like I said, after he killed.
After he killed her.
It's just. I just sat in the chair.
You just sat in the chair?
Like, it was just hard to believe that I was involved in something like this.
When he killed her, I guess you figured out that she was dead. I mean, you said that you were in the living room. How did you know that she was dead?
Because I got up and I peeked around the corner. I just saw her like she was sitting down in bed, but then she was laid back.
Mm-hmm.
And she wasn't moving, right? What was he talking about, the car seat? When you say you saw a car seat in the kitchen, in whose kitchen?
In her kitchen.
In her kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's the kitchen dining room.
Right.
Okay.
And it wasn't originally in there before, correct?
Did y'all take that with y'all?
No, it was not in the kitchen before, but when they were initially in the house, and then when y'all were getting ready to leave, correct me if I'm wrong now, Keith, y'all getting ready to leave, you noticed the car seat in the kitchen, right?
Oh, so what you're saying is he took it out of the car and put it in the kitchen.
He took it out of the car and put it in the kitchen. I'd like to get back now. When you saw Gail in there on the bed, did she have anything over her face?
The trash bag.
The trash bag.
The trash bag or the black bag?
What color was the bag?
All I saw was a white bag.
And was that how was it placed on her head?
Like I don't know if it was on her head or just covered in her face.
Because there, did you see another bag?
I didn't walk in the room, I just peeked around the corner.
Okay. But you couldn't tell where that white trash bag was all the way over her head or not, right?
Right.
Okay. You sit in the back seat. All right. Did you see anything else removed, or did you remove anything else from that car?
Brett took her shades as a disguise.
You took her sunglasses as a disguise?
He couldn't find no hat. So he just took her shades. I guess like some big shades that cover like part of the cheeks and eyes.
What color were they?
I want to say they were brown.
Brown. Okay. Did you see Brett have anything in his hands, or did you take anything out of the house when y'all left?
I didn't take anything out the house.
Did you see him with her wallet?
He had a book bag before we came.
Before y'all got to the house?
So I don't know if he put it in there while he was in the room.
And if he loaded it up or not.
Did y'all go anywhere for Brett to throw anything or get rid of anything? I mean, there's certain things that we've been told.
Brett and I drove to a trailer park on Houston Road, right before you get on 247. I'm gonna say it's the last trailer park on the left.
On Houston or on 247?
On Houston.
Houston Road.
Like, so you're talking about like going towards Houston County?
No, going towards
Coming toward here.
Oh, okay, I got you. And y'all went there and did what?
He threw a trash bag in there.
And where?
In the dumpster.
At the trailer park?
Yes.
How do you get this dumpster? It's pretty much like a path. Like you just follow the path, and the dumpster is sitting off in like a vacant lot. When you go into, how do you get to it? When you first enter the trailer park, how do you get to it?
You come in, and you stay to the left. And I can't remember if it's cement or dirt. But you just follow that, and you'll probably be riding for maybe like a minute and a half before you see the dumpster on your right.
All right.
You said it's the last trailer park on the left before you get to 247. Okay. You don't know
what was in the trash bag?
Yeah.
Because you know, like if I tell my homeboy I got to get rid of something, I'm gonna tell him what it is. Was it the gun?
No, because I saw the gun when you got back to the house.
Okay. Well, what did he think he had in there, or what did you know what he had in there?
The plunger I saw was sticking out.
Okay.
It looked like some mats. I guess he thought that.
What color were the mats?
Talking about like a kitchen mat or a bathroom mat?
Yeah.
Bathroom mat. What color were they?
Like maroon.
I'm with you.
I got you, buddy. I got you. I'm here with you all the way.
And I asked him. I was like, why are you taking all this stuff? And he's like, well, I'm taking the plunger because he shit in the toilet. And he said he was taking the mats just in case she spit some of his stuff out.
Oh, okay, so he did it in the bathroom. Yeah, that makes sense. Or what it is, remember, he let her go in the bathroom to clean herself up.
That's exactly right.
You said you saw the gun at the house afterwards. Describe the gun.
It was black, and it was about that big.
Mm-hmm. Was it a revolver or just a pistol?
It was a pistol.
It was a pistol. Now we know. Did you see a gun in the victim's house at any point in time?
Yeah, we got that.
You already talked about that?
Yeah, we already talked about that. We got it out of the drawer.
Okay. All right. Do you know where he kept his gun in his apartment once he got back?
I think he kept it in his book bag, or there was one time where I went over and it was just sitting on the dresser.
It could be in that. It's not locked. I look back.
So I said I was scared. Brett know where I stay at.
Mm-hmm.
He seen my wife.
Right. Well, let me ask you this. When Tracy came in the house, where did she go to?
In the same room that Brett went in.
What do you mean?
What are you talking about? Her house?
Yeah.
The victim's house.
Victim's house. Gail's house.
When she first got there, when y'all walked in, when you and Brett came in, where was Tracy standing?
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
All right.
And y'all went back there where the victim was. Was she in her bedroom?
I believe she was in her bathroom.
In her bathroom? Okay. After y'all were there, did she see Tracy again before Tracy left? Or did Tracy just immediately leave the kitchen and go out?
I think she just left the kitchen and went out.
Okay.
You said that you gave her a glass of water. What'd you do with that glass of water?
I left it in the room.
You did leave it in the room?
Unless Brett stuffed it in the bag.
Okay.
There's always that chance, yeah.
What'd the glass look like?
I think it was I want to say it was like an orange cup, I believe.
An orange cup? Okay. All right. Wasn't like a shot glass or anything, was it? Was it a small little glass?
No, it was like a cup like this.
Cup like that? Okay. Did you ever see Brett ever, was she ever held down by her arms or anything, or her wrists?
This is what I have a hard time with, and this is why he's asking this question. This plastic bag that was over her head was real thin. Okay? While Brett's got this thing over her head, there's no way he can hold the bag over her head, okay, and hold her arms at the same time. You feel me? So if he's holding the bag over her head, this thing's so thin, she could have went like that and tore the bag apart. And she didn't. Who was holding her arms?
It was just me and him in there. I was sitting in the living room. Unless Brett pinned her down with her knees and held the bag.
Really? Yeah.
I don't understand.
Did Brett ever say anything about, damn man, that bitch fucking scratched me or anything like that? Did you ever notice he had a scratch on the side of his face?
No, he already had that.
He did already have that. Okay. Did you ever see Gail ever try like fight with Brett, like fight him off of her or anything like that?
No, she was too scared because he had the gun.
But you could hear in there pleading for her life, though, right?
Promise.
We're gonna give you a little bit of time, man.
Yeah.
If you want to call your wife or whatever, feel free. All right. I told you I wouldn't lie to you. You're gonna be going to jail for murder, okay?
Yeah. But you already knew that, right? You already knew it. Okay. Give me a bit of time.
I need a lot of sleep.
Oh, sorry.